The change that we have all embraced. And by that change, our language must change. Our perception must change. Our respect for law and order must change. And of course, the law must change to favor its citizens. Democracy comes with a Bill of Citizens' Rights, or Citizens' Bill of Rights, even though ours remains largely undeclared. But I call on every smart thinking person to study the Constitutional Federal Republic of Nigeria, so at least you can understand what your rights are, what you can do, and what you may be forbidden of doing. Democracy thrives in informed and educated and enlightened societies. Dictatorship thrives in ignorant societies. We must therefore embrace education. We cannot wait until we have the best of situations. We cannot wait until we have the best of conditions to read a book. We must choose to be informed. We must choose to open our minds and get educated. There is the do-it-yourself attitude that we must have. Each one must be willing to educate himself. Only that way can we be involved in nation building. As we have said, no one else will build Nigeria for us. Nigeria will be built by Nigerians. To build a nation, we must recognize the concomitant sub-nations. These are the micro-ethnosystems that function within the sovereign nation. It is the development of these micro-ethnosystems that increases a nation's gross national product, its per capita income, and therefore its citizens' standard of life. Micro-ethnosystems are usually frustrated in states that are yet to understand, much less metamorphose into nationhood. Remember the words of Jesus in St. Matthew's Gospel chapter 28 and verse 18, where he said, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." By the word nations, he referred to these micro-ethnosystems. It means going into every man's world with the message of life. It is our responsibility therefore to take light to our world, every man's world. Where there is darkness, we are the light of the world. True nations, by their very definition, must interrelate. As this is true of nations, it is also true of their micro-ethnosystems. And these systems are interrelated and interdependent. It is important to note that each of us functions within one or more of these sub-nations, without which our relevance in the larger society will be grossly impaired. Individuals and indeed nations attain financial and economic independence through these relationships that nurture demand and supply of goods and services. Your ability to analyze, interpret, and apply these simple principles is your opportunity in today's world. Most African countries are built on ideas and ideals of yesterday's philosophies. We need today's thinkers for tomorrow's visions. Therefore, I call on you to locate yourself within a functional group. This may be defined by school, work, family, profession, sports, or trade. The unemployed mind is the burden of society. And remember this, there's a man or woman of substance hidden in each one of you. And you must discover that inner person and unveil him. You have ability. Nature never created a failure. There are no naturally born failures. Failure is self-made. You have ability for something that no one else has exactly like you. Begin today your journey of self-discovery. Locate that ability and develop it. Maybe you love to sing. You say, I would have liked to sing. Train your voice and give it commercial value. Look inside you and find out what you have inside. Because within each of us, there is an ability. There is a gift. There's something you can do. It's inside you. No one else has the responsibility to find it for you. You are the one to locate it. Find it. Bring it to light and let it shine. The Bible declares that in all labor there is profit. No matter what work you're interested in, no matter what ability you have, no matter what gift you have, if you put yourself into it and discipline yourself with it, it will produce results. I've just explained to you the importance of micro-ethnosystems. Without these sub-nations, you cannot function. For nations, autarky is not acceptable. Every nation that has attempted such economic conditions of autarky has failed. If that is true for nations, it is true for individuals. You cannot stay alone and function as a human being. You are a social creature. You must belong in a group. You must relate with others. Relate with those who have the same mind, who have the same purpose of progress, of impact, of dignity, of responsibility. Choose the right path. When you are young, you have your whole world before you. You have a whole future in front of you. You have the ability to dream. You can talk about tomorrow. The old can only talk about yesterday. The aged talk about the past. The youth talk about the future.
Saint Andrew the Heavenly.